welcome to the first episode of the Book Nook. I'm Olivia, and I'm so glad you're here. So, I first started this podcast about 6 months ago in the middle of my junior year. In English class, I had to do a podcast project, and that really inspired me to start my own podcast. So, I officially launched my podcast in March on Spotify, and I've recorded about 10 episodes so far. But recently, I've been thinking about doing video episodes on YouTube to be able to reach a wider audience. So I've decided to re-record all 10 episodes on video. This switch from audio to video episodes means a lot of changes for me, such as changing my podcast hosting platform, switching to a different recording software, and moving my podcast studio. So this also means that I will have a different theme song and format for my episodes. And it might take a while for me to adjust to these new changes, I'm just warning you guys, but regardless of that, I'm so excited to finally bring my podcast to YouTube because I've wanted to do this for so long. But before I get into this episode, I want to start out by introducing myself so that you guys can get to know me better, and I just want to talk a little bit about what you can expect from this podcast. So, I am a 17-year-old senior in high school from New York, and I'm very passionate about books. I've always been a huge bookworm since I was young, and I just love reading. I also love writing as well. I recently started my first draft of my novel last month, and I'm very excited to see where my writing journey takes me. Besides reading, writing, and podcasting, I also have a big passion for music. I play violin and piano, and I absolutely love theater and singing. Now, moving on about my podcast, this is perfect for all book lovers, and it's honestly the best place to go for some good book recommendations. But other than book recommendations, I'm also going to be reviewing books, and I might be doing an interview with an author soon, so yeah, get excited for that. And whether you read every day or once a year, there's something for everyone. And on this podcast, you can always expect great vibes and lots of fun in all my episodes. Trust me, it's always a good time. Now, there are new episodes every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So, let's get started with today's episode. I am going to be talking about one of my favorite books, The Girl in the Blue Coat by Monica Hesse. And don't worry, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, because I hate when people spoil books for me. This book is historical fiction with some elements of mystery embedded into it. It takes place during the Holocaust, and the protagonist is a teenage girl named Haneke, who is involved in the resistance. She makes a living from delivering illegal goods to people, and during one of her deliveries, a woman named Mrs. Jansen asked her to find a missing Jewish girl, Mirjam, who is hiding in her house. As the plot begins to develop, Haneke becomes closer to figuring out the mystery. The story follows her journey during World War II, navigating life in the resistance and her grief from the passing of her boyfriend Boss. This book has many plot twists that leave you on the edge of your seat wanting to read more. A fun fact about this book is that it actually won the Edgar Award for Best Young Adult Mystery. And now this book is so amazing. There's never a dull moment in this book, I guarantee you. It's full of action and intriguing mystery. And honestly, this book is so captivating. It's so powerful, tear-jerking, and it really tugs on your heartstrings in the best way. While reading this book, I simply could not put it down. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I literally could not put it down. I think I read the whole book in about an hour. This is a must read that I recommend to anyone that likes historical fiction or mystery books. And yeah, the plot of this book is so interesting. But not only is it interesting, but the powerful themes of love, courage, bravery, and resilience really resonated with me. In addition, the book is very well written and it really effectively captures what life was like during the Holocaust. This bittersweet book is one that I continue to reread multiple times. I think I've read it about 10 times already, and I just bought it like a year ago. So, yeah, this book, it really explores themes of grief and loss. Haneke's story is pretty inspirational, honestly, and her resilience to continue fighting even after she lost her boyfriend is very remarkable. And honestly, out of all the historical fiction books I've read, this book is definitely one of my favorites. It's also one of the most beautifully written books I've ever read, and I love the heartwarming story so much. The characters in this book, they felt so real and authentic. Monica Hesse did an amazing job of creating the characters, developing the plot, and building such a realistic world. I've really felt like I was in there. Like, I felt so immersed in the setting. It felt like I was experiencing the same things the characters were experiencing. Yeah, I highly recommend this book. I promise you it will not disappoint. You will totally fall in love with the book and its characters, and you might even cry while reading it. I know I almost did. But yeah, let me just read you guys the summary of this book on the back cover real quick. So, this is what it says. Find her before the Nazis do. Amsterdam, 1943. Haneke spends her days finding and delivering sought-after black market goods to paying customers, nights hiding the true nature of her work from her concerned parents, and every waking moment mourning her boyfriend who was killed on the Dutch front lines when the German army invaded. Her illegal work keeps her family afloat, and Haneke also likes to think of it as a small act of rebellion against the Nazis. On a routine delivery, a client asks Haneke for help. Expecting to hear that Mrs. Jansen wants to find meat or kerosene, Haneke is shocked by the older woman's frantic plea to find a person, a Jewish teenager Mrs. Jansen has been hiding, who has vanished without a trace from a secret room. Haneke initially wants nothing to do with such a dangerous task, but is ultimately drawn into a web of mysteries and stunning revelations, where the only way out is through. Beautifully written, intricately plotted, and meticulously researched, Girl in the Blue Coat is an extraordinary, unforgettable story of bravery, grief, and love in impossible times. Isn't that such an amazing summary, guys? Like, I love this book so much. I love this book. I don't know what else to say. I've already said, like, everything about this book, but yeah, just definitely check this book out. Yeah. Alright, so that wraps up my review. Thank you guys so much for watching this first episode, and remember to tune in next week for the second episode. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down what you thought of this episode. Also, check out the official Book Nook Instagram for some more fun content. I'm your host, Olivia Im, signing off.